Welcome students, this is Law and Social Justice Chapter 10, Political Science. In 1984, there were very few laws protecting the environment in India and there was hardly any enforcement of these laws. The environment was treated as a free entity and any industry could pollute the air and water without any restrictions. Whether it was our rivers, air, groundwater, the environment was being polluted and the health of people was being disregarded. Thus, not only the Union Carbide was a beneficiary of low safety standards, but it didn't even have to spend any money to clean up the pollution. In USA, this is a necessary part of the production process. This disaster brought the issue of environment to the forefront, as several thousands of people who were not associated with the factory in any way got greatly affected because of the poisonous gas that leaked from the plant. This made the people realize that the existing laws are weak and they only covered the individual worker and not the persons who might be injured due to such industrial accidents. In response to this and the pressure from other environmental activists, in the years following the tragedy, the government introduced new laws on environment. So henceforth, the polluter was to be held accountable or responsible for the damage that he did to the environment. The environment was something that people over generations were to share, and it could not be destroyed just for industrial development. So the courts gave a number of judgments upholding the right to health and right to healthy environment as basic or intrinsic to the fundamental right to life. The Supreme Court held that the right to life is a fundamental right under Article 21 of the Constitution, and it includes the right to enjoyment of pollution-free water and air for full enjoyment of life. So the government is held responsible for setting up laws and procedures that can check pollution, clean rivers, and introduce heavy fines for those who pollute. Laws are necessary in many situations, whether it is the market, office, factory, so that people are protected from unfair practices. Private companies, contractors, business persons, they, in order to make higher profits, they resort to unfair practices such as paying low wages to the workers, employing children for the work, ignoring the conditions of work, ignoring the damage caused to the environment and the neighborhood. So the major role of the government, therefore, is to control the activities of these private companies by making, enforcing and upholding the laws, so that to prevent unfair practices and ensure that social justice is upheld for all. While the government has a leading role in this respect, people can also exert pressure so that both the private companies and the government act together in the interest of the society. Environment, as we saw, is an example where people have pushed a public cause and the courts have upheld the right to healthy environment as main and basic intrinsic to the right of life. We have argued that people must now demand that this facility of healthy environment should be extended to all. Workers' rights, right to work, right to a fair wage, right to decent working conditions, is an area where the situation is still very unfair. So people must demand stronger laws protecting the workers' interest so that the right to life is achieved for all. But stronger laws like relocating of factories to safer areas has been another issue that is adversely affecting the livelihoods of people. So the challenge is to look for solutions where everyone can benefit from a clean environment. The livelihoods of the workers should be also protected, and the factories also, people living around the factories also enjoy a safe environment.